Hello everybody. I wanted to jump on here and talk to you guys real quick because I may have made a breakthrough. Now I know the title says why I'm not listening to my coach, and he's very busy so he probably will never see this, so I'm not too worried. I feel kind of bad, but I'm thinking like I should be like, it's about my body, right? So if I think I know what's best, even though he has a lot of experience, maybe I should do what I think. Okay, so this is what happened, and I want to be real with you guys. I'm not perfect. I don't know anybody that is. I'm sure there are some people who just like kill their prep and they're just like great at it. And I can do half of my prep really well. You can send me to the gym every day, make me do hours of cardio, I can do that. But when it comes to food, I struggle a little bit. It's a little bit difficult for me. So this is what happened, and it's embarrassing, but it's life. Last night, and it's gonna sound stupid, if you're not a competitor, this sounds stupid, but if you are a competitor, you know that your food is very strict and this can't happen. And I'm sorry if you're not a competitor, if this doesn't make sense, I'm sorry. But so last night, I ate too many rice crackers. I have rice crackers to put, these little ones, to put tuna on. And I couldn't stop eating them. I ate a lot. I ate too many rice crackers, and I know like it's like rice crackers, those aren't even that bad, but when you're prep and I'm 9 weeks out, it is bad. It's a really bad thing. So I don't know, I was like, what is wrong? Like, why did I do that? I don't understand. And then, so this is what happens, like when you make a mistake, try and learn from it. That is so important, like for everything in your life. So I'm very upset with myself. And I'm like, what is wrong? I don't want to say what is wrong with me, it's what is wrong with my actions. And then I may have found a breakthrough. So if you watched my last bikini series from last year, you would have seen that I stumbled upon intermittent fasting, and I absolutely loved it. And there's so many health benefits to fasting, which I'm not going to get into right now, but it worked really well for me. And the coach I'm with this year wants me to eat 6 meals a day, which I've never done before, and I think it's absolutely crazy because there's so much time eating, and that's always like focusing like 2 hours eat, 3 hours eat, next 2 hours eat. And yeah, I just like, it's a lot of eating for me. Not a lot of food, but like a lot of frequency of eating. But I was like, you know what, I'm paying this guy, he has tons of experience, I'll try it. Even though I was going from eating, before I started my prep, like in my off season, I was eating 2 or 3 times a day. So now I went to trying to eat 6 times a day. And I was sabotaging myself, eating these rice crackers, too many of them, until I may have found a breakthrough. And what it is Newton's first law. An object at rest stays at rest, and an object in motion stays in motion. And there's more to it, but basically that's the premise. An object at rest stays at rest, and an object in motion stays in motion. And I realized, this is gonna sound maybe crazy and maybe too simple, but when you're not eating, you're not eating. And when you are eating, you are eating. So it's too easy for me to eat and then keep eating and then keep eating. So when I'm supposed to eat 6 times a day, every 2 hours, I'm eating something. So when I finish my last meal at 7 or 8 p.m., 2 hours later, when I'm done all my meals, I don't have anything else to eat, my body is like, no, eat. You're eating every 2 hours, eat. So that's when I reach for something that I'm not supposed to be eating. And I realized, like, this didn't happen when I'm fasting, or when I'm intermittent fasting, or if I'm only eating 2 or 3 meals a day. This isn't happening because an object at rest stays at rest. So I'm not eating, so I'm not eating. It sounds like so simple, but it is. And it's a breakthrough for me because I'm realizing, like, okay, first of all, I can't find any science in that eating 6 times a day is useful. I just can't find the science, and I like science. So I decided to try it, but then I realized like it's not working for me. I'm sabotaging my prep by eating too many rice crackers. So why don't I do what works for me? And if it works for me, why make it harder? Why not I do what's easy instead of doing what's hard? So I think that for me, this is like a breakthrough learning point, because when I don't eat, like if I eat breakfast and then wait 5 hours to eat my next meal, I don't need to eat in the middle because I'm busy doing other things and I'm not thinking about food. If I'm eating 6 times a day, I'm always thinking about food. What am I gonna eat next and next and next and next? And it's just like, I'm excited that even though I did something bad and I ate too many carbs, I'm excited because I actually learned a really big lesson from that. Like, don't change what works. And for me, of course this isn't gonna work for everybody, but for me, not eating less helps me because I'm not always thinking about food and wanting food and grabbing food. I'm content just not having anything to eat, and for like 6 hours or 16 hours or however long like I want to fast for the day. Like last year I did a lot of 16-8, which is the most common intermittent fasting, but I'm just realizing like that works for me. So why make this hard and convolute this whole thing? Why not do what works for me? Because it is working for me. And again, like I would maybe try again eating 6 times a day if I found good enough science to back it up. I mean, experience is one thing, but I like science. And last year I did intermittent fasting and I actually did pretty well in my competitions. So I'm gonna do it again because just when I was starting to eat, then I just couldn't stop eating. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even know if this makes sense, but to me, it makes sense to me. Newton's first law, an object at rest stays at rest. When I'm not eating, I'm not eating. An object in motion stays in motion. When I'm eating, I want to keep eating. I don't know, to me this is crazy. So that's what I'm gonna do. And if my coach ever does stumble upon this video, I'm sorry, but you also probably don't want me to be eating too many carbs, rice crackers. So I'm sorry, but I'm also following my plan better this way. I wanted to tell you guys that. And if you're in a prep right now and you mess up your food, it's okay. Like, it happened. It's not okay, but don't beat yourself up. Learn from it. And I'm 9 weeks out, so I'm glad that I learned this now and wasn't sabotaging myself every week and then figured it out. So even though I'm disappointed in my actions, I am grateful that I learned this lesson that I think is gonna be very valuable to me for the next 9 weeks. Anyways, hopefully that made sense. Hopefully you might have learned something from that, and this is my journey. So have a great day.